In today's video, how can an INTP turn into an ENTP? Or whatever it is for your type. How can an INFP turn into an ENFP, or an ENFJ turn into an INFJ? What's up, legend? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology, where I help geeks, gamers, and creatives to understand and unleash the superpowers of their personality type, because we all have this power within us, and it's a matter of really understanding, like, where did I allocate these talent points? What are my actual skills and abilities and the strengths and those aspects of myself that the world needs? So I've seen this question before, like, how can an INTP turn into an ENTP? And I want to talk a little bit about how the model of personality type works, because this comes up all the time. Like, oh, my personality type changed. How did that happen? The way I like to explain it is that we have these 4 different characters within us, right? If you play RPGs, if you watch movies or whatever it is, you got this, you understand this. It's like the Avengers team. You got this whole team within you. You got a questing party within you. We have the main character, the hero of the story, which is completely something that we're identified with. And then we have our auxiliary function, which is kind of like the mentor of the story that lives in the other world. It's from the other side. That it's the one that coaches us on how to actually deal with most of the challenges in our lives. But it's kind of hard to listen to. It's giving us advice, and we're just like, yeah, but that's going to put me way outside of my comfort zone. And then you have the tertiary function, technically, and that is what I call the rookie or the sidekick. It's the one that it's your boy, it's your buddy that you just listen to all the time, and it puffs itself up. It's like, I'm gonna handle this, and really what it does is just keeps us within our comfort zone, because it's another character that speaks the same language as us. And it's like, if you're an introvert, it's like, hey, don't take more actions. If you're an INTP, it's probably like, well, stick with what you're comfortable with. You've experienced this before. You've thought about this before, so don't challenge your way of thinking about the world. And that's just placating. It's giving you more reasons to continue doing stuff the same way that you always have. And then we also have this maverick type character that pushes us way outside of our comfort zone. It's the opposite of the hero. And it makes us feel really uncomfortable a lot of times. And it's something that we aspire to have more control over, and yet we fight it a lot. Within personality type and personal growth, it's not that we have new characters. It's not that we change our personality type. It's that we expand our ability to communicate with these different aspects of ourselves. So as an INTP, your hero is this analyzing adept that's, about figuring something out technically, about really gaining leverage over a system of things by finely tuned, granular understanding of the definition, the categories, and what it means, what it is, rather. And eventually you need to get access to that mentor of extroverted intuition, which is about exploring. I call it the innovating explorer. It's about exploring, taking on new chances, new possibilities, seeking change. And so we start to identify with some of these characters more heavily than other ones. And in doing that, we don't necessarily always notice our hero as our main strength, because we just assume everybody does that. Well, everybody just, really, really thinks clearly through stuff, even though we know that that's not how it works. I'm not an INTP. I have my own blend of it. And yet it's like water to a fish. We just assume everybody does that, but they don't. Even when we know that they don't. Even when we know, like, man, for you, it's like nobody thinks through anything. If they just stopped and thought through it a little bit, then everything would be a lot better. And yet, that's just not how everybody's wired, So anyway, you gain more access, you build more rapport with this explorer character, and then you start to lean on that more and more. And then you're like, well, maybe I'm extroverted. because I love seeking new possibilities. I love the freedom. I love exploring things. I love changing things up. So don't think of it as your personality type has changed. Think of it as you have gained more capacity. You've been able to wield more of your components and more of your skills, and you've put skill points in a different tree. It's still you, right? You haven't changed personality types. You've just broadened your ability to use more of who you are to play life better. Let me know down below what your thoughts are, and if you've experienced something like this too, because I know it's a pretty common issue that happens. I've been in very extroverted times of my life where I was just out like going clubbing and stuff every week, maybe a couple times a weekend. And I kind of felt like I forgot who part of myself was. But I didn't change to an ENFP. I was still an INFP. I was just using and relying more on these different aspects of myself. Keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck, have fun. Peace.